Okay, how do you write the terms of a sequence? Well, first off, let's look at a couple of sequences here. And what this simply means is we're going to write the terms to the nth one of this 3n minus 2, which basically means we're just going to plug in numbers. And of course, what would you plug in? Well, if you're starting with a sequence, the number you first start with is 1, because when we count, we start with what? Uno, dos, tres. And that's 1, 2, 3 for those that don't habla de español. All right? And so I just do 3 times 1 minus 2 is 1. I plug in the second number, is second term. 3 times 2 minus 2 is 4. The third term would be 3 times 3, which would be 9 minus 2, which is 7. And then we'll plug in the fourth one. 3 times 4 minus 2 will be 12 minus... Notice, hey, and notice a pattern. What are these going up by? What is the number in front of that? Oh, yeah, those were the first 4 terms right there. Now let's do the first 4 terms over here. If I plug in the first term, I'm going to take negative 1 to the nth power, which will make it negative 1. And 3 plus negative 1 is 2. If I do the second power, that's going to be negative 1 times negative 1 is going to make positive 1. And 3 plus 1 is 4. But notice what's going to happen to the third one. Negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 is going to be back to negative 1. It's going to be 2. What do you think is going to happen to the fourth one? Even. Basically, if there's an odd number of exponents, it will be negative. And if there's an even number, it will be positive. So therefore, it's going to alternate between what? 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4 to infinity and beyond. All right? That's how I would write the first terms of a sequence. Let's look at another one. Writing the first 5 terms of a sequence, and here's one right here. Negative 1 to the nth power times 2n minus 1. I can have a couple things involved in a pattern or a sequence here. It doesn't really matter. Still got to plug them in. I'm just going to plug in the first power. Do my math. It's going to be a negative up here at least. 2 times 1 will be 2 minus 1 was going to give me negative 1 for an overall answer. Now I'll do the second one. It's going to be a positive, and 2 times 2 is 4 minus 1, 4 minus 1. So I'm going to have 1/3. Notice my next one is going to be a negative on top, and 2 times 3 is 6 is going to give me 6 minus 1, 5, negative 1/5. Anybody want to make a guess at what the next one's going to be? My guess will be 1/7. Positive. 2 times 4 is 8 minus 1, 1/7. I think you start to see a lot of times a sequence will have a pattern in the way the numbers are moving and developing. Now we've written 5 terms yet? No, we have one more. And we'll take a guess what this answer is going to be. And those of you that guessed negative 1/9, you did guess correct.